What's going on, guys? So day 2 of the project. We're outside today. I'll show you guys what I have here. So this is the terrain so far. I hope it's pretty solid. Yesterday I accidentally bumped it and a lot of it came loose. You can kind of see, like right there, it kind of came loose. So I put more turf on it, sprayed it, and then today I sprayed it more with some spray glue. Hopefully that sets it all in. I don't know if I should do another one, but we'll see. Right now I'm currently cutting out some of the foam for the bricks for the tower and the wall. So I'll show you guys that process. Again, probably do a time lapse like we did. I'm figuring I'm going to be measuring them out. This is going to be for the base of the tower. It's 5 inches by 5 inches. And these are going to be about 7/8 of an inch, about the width. I don't know how long they're going to be. Probably maybe the same. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to come out, but I'll be cutting those. I don't think I'll have enough for everything because I just have this is what's left over of that big board. So I have this piece and that piece. We'll see. My goal is to just do the tower at least. It's gonna be the tower, and then there's like the little ramparts of the tower, and then there's the ruined wall with like the rubble, and then there's the archway. There's no way I'm gonna do all that with just the foam that I have now. But hopefully I can just do the tower and at least build it. And hopefully that'll just at least give me a good reference point to see how much foam board I'll need. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into that.
So I thought I needed.
Alrighty, so I just finished cutting all of not all of it. I cut that much, and that was from the other piece before. I still have this giant piece here. I'm gonna see how far this gets me, but right now we're gonna sand it down. Some 150 332 sandpaper, pretty fine. And we're just gonna sand these down. I did one already. You can kind of see it's a little bit smoother, but make sure you do wear a mask, like this one, because there is a lot of particles that come from the foam. Just to be safe, and make sure you have a vacuum, of course, to clean all this stuff after. I'm not gonna do a time lapse for this one. Just you guys can know how to sand. Just sand them down, and then next part we'll be gluing everything and kind of getting the basis for our tower. Alright guys, so we're done finally. It's been about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, cutting all those pieces of foam and sanding them down. So I have a decent amount here. We'll see how far we can get with the tower. Like I said, that's the main thing we're going to be doing right now. It's just the tower, and then I do have the grass, the board, the main setting for it. Now I know some people, they'll paint the foam board first, but me being impatient and not wanting to go back to the store to get paint, I was just like, I have a huge thing. This is not even a quarter of the tub that I used of this stuff. And I might need more some places. I can kind of see it's lighter than others, but we'll see how that goes. But I have the hot glue gun. It's warming up right here. And so as soon as that's ready to go, we're going to go ahead and start gluing these pieces on. Like I said, I sanded them down. We're going to glue them down, see how much we can get done. And I hope you guys enjoy this little part. Alrighty, so like I mentioned before, our dimensions are going to be 5 by 5. So let's see, we've got 5 inches. It's about right there. Let's see how much 5 is coming out this way. So 5 inches is about right here. So I think that's how our length is going to be. Yeah, right about there. So that's where we're going to be gluing everything. You can kind of tell the board got a little warped from the glue. So it'll be interesting how we're going to cope with that. Right now, because it's kind of sliding around, but then also when we get to finishing everything up and displaying stuff on it, that'll be really interesting to see how that'll be dealt with. So first I'm just going to lay out some of these. Let's see, so that one was here. You know, a lot of people say the foundation is the most important right now. I guess you could say that. They're basically the same size, all these pieces, but some are longer, wider, shorter, thicker. They are all different sizes. They're the same basic size, but that's okay. The really important part is there's nothing crazy different in sizes. But once we start stacking, we want to make sure that, I'm going to move this out just a little bit. When we start stacking, is that what's most important is that you have varying lines. You don't want to have your stone looking pieces to be different lines. What I mean by that is like, so I have 2 here, right? You don't want to stack your stones like this. It's just going to look weird. You want to do it like this. So then that way you have another stone here going like this. And you have another one going like this. And so on and so forth. Alright. So we do have that first layer on. I think I'm going to go inside here just to make it as sturdy as possible. So it should be warmed up here, this hot glue gun. And we're going to start on this side right here. I haven't used hot glue in such a long time. It's been years. And I'm already thinking I'm going to need more glue. Yep, I already need more glue. Not more glue, it's just you have to have enough glue so it pushes the stick. Like so. You just want to press that down, and of course be careful, this is hot. You don't want to burn yourself. And just each one that you do, just press it down. You want to get it as flat as possible, especially because I already have terrain on here, and a lot of times people don't like to put it on top of the terrain. It might have trouble adhering, but again, I'm impatient. I like doing things faster. I'm just going to get more glue sticks as well, so we're ready. Alrighty, so we're going to keep going. And at some point I might just speed this up, but for now I think we're okay. And also the thing that's annoying about hot glue is that you get the little kind of like cobwebs kind of thing, almost like string, which is kind of annoying. But that's just the name of the game with hot glue. And I prefer to use hot glue because it's just faster than using something else. And again, also you want to just try to make sure that they're pressed up against each other as tight as possible. And again, if they're going to get stringy, I pull it this way because I'm most likely going to be covering that with more of these. And even if not, that's going to be hidden from the main display. So I'm not super worried about that. And I also kind of just press it against the piece of foam as well, so that I can kind of get some glue on there too, instead of wiping it on my shirt or putting it out over here. Alrighty, and then this last piece. Alrighty. So there you have it. We already have one little layer there. Bring you guys in a little bit closer. You can kind of see right there. So, like I mentioned, I mean, it's gonna look not as good because we haven't painted it yet. We haven't done any of that kind of stuff yet. But of course, we're gonna start stacking now. So again, I can go here, and I can have a little one here, and I can just go put it boom there. Get another one like that. Like that. And that's why I have smaller ones here. And then we can go, oops, we can go this way. I just gotta be careful I'm not making any duplicate lines. Everything has to be different. And then we're gonna keep going. We have this big one right here, which leaves us a little space, so we need a tiny little piece on that corner now. So I have kind of this one. That one's a little bit too big. I do have some smaller pieces here that we can also use. So, and like I said, I think I am going to go in here. I don't know how much because my idea is that it's going to be like up here. You guys can't see that, but it's going to be like all the way up here. And I'm going to have Dr. Doom on it. So in order to have the support for Dr. Doom to be on top of it, we're going to probably have to have a base going all the way up. And so that would be really interesting. I might just do the wall going out here just so I have a border line of where I know I want things to be. So we'll see. Alright guys, so it is the end of the day today. It's almost 6 o'clock right now. I'm working on this for about 5-6 hours I think. So I'm going to call it a day because I ran out of foam that I have cut. I have a bunch more I can cut tomorrow, but I'll show you guys what I have so far. So as you can see there, get this a little brighter for you guys. So that's how much we've done. It's pretty good size. So we've got all that for the tower, and that's going to be the part of the ruined wall, as you guys saw a little bit earlier. So you can see I pretty much have no more foam left. I still have this big old piece, and like all that foam was probably like this thin and all the way down, so I think I'll have enough to do this. And so it's pretty tall, as you can kind of see right there. It's almost as big as the this Optimus. Actually, I'll show you guys real quick. And so as you can see, that's how tall it is. And so the idea, so like let's say if this is the max it was going to be, he'd be like up right here. Alright. Now Dr. Doom's smaller than that, this Optimus. And so I'm going to probably do it like up here maybe. I don't think I'm going to do it as high as I thought I was going to do it. But of course I need to bring Dr. Doom in here. And then, if you guys haven't seen my Transformer shelf in the room, collection room here. Put this guy back up there. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do as tall as I did initially thought, because initially I was going to be like all the way up here. So that might be too tall. Again, it's a little warped. So you can see, if you guys have any ideas on how to fix a warped board, I don't really know. I don't know if there's a way to. I don't know if you have to heat it, or I don't know what to do. But hopefully it won't be too bad of a problem. Hopefully I can weigh it down with some other stuff on the other sides of the other corners. But yeah, so that's going to be the end for today. Tomorrow I'm going to continue cutting up some more foam, building up the tower, build up the other wall, and then maybe get to the little ruined archway that I talked about before. So stay tuned.